Now, besides the global, factors that affected the economy, doomsday is one word that overlooks the fact that the real problem with doomsday was the breach of the pipeline from Nigeria to Ghana, which took 2.5 years to fix, for which reason Ameri was brought in. Yes. So when you have, and remember at that point, the Nigerian gas was the predominant supply of input for power in the economy. So besides the external factors, we had to battle with this. I think it's important that we understand that I heard the Minister of Energy, for example, saying that they were not going to return Ghana to doomsday. Of course. Why? Because the pipeline has been mended. One, we have put in place the Tuabo, plant, which is taking gas from Tenfield and from Sankofa. To date, the gas that should have come from Sankofa, sorry, Ten and Jubilee, the gas that should have come from Sankofa is not on stream. So Ghana shouldn't have been complaining about, doomsday. It's not a question of bringing it back. It's been resolved together with Ameri. The capacity issues have been resolved. The issue is plain efficiency. Why are we not getting gas from Sankofa, to make up for any shortfalls that will come from Nigeria? Of course, we know that, the IPPs spoke about and others, are actually, old money, despite ESLA. We put in ESLA.
Government rejects that claim. Government rejects that claim.
It's up to Ghanaians to judge. I'm presenting the facts. Okay. They may reject. I'm saying that.
So how much are we looking at in this case? How much are we owing the IPPs in this case?
I don't know. I'm not in government, but I'm saying that we know very well that they are being they are owed, and that is because it's been admitted that they are owed. Otherwise, ESLA would have gone. One of the nuisance taxes, by the way. ESLA would have gone by now if these taxes have been cleared. Because ESLA was put in place precisely, to cater for the SOE debt and for enhanced road levy. So the point I'm making, is that promises were made against the background of an economy, a global economy that had problems, which were ignored. Promises were made against the background of domestic factors, which have since improved. Okay. And I often, let me conclude by saying, I often say that the economy is underperforming. The economy should have been performing far better, than it is doing now. Why? I indicated that, we are told about the tariff bearing as one of the reasons. The tariff bearing started in 2015. That was the reason we had, shortages and the rest. Today, crude oil price is between $60 and $80. Recall 2015, 2016, it was down to close to 40. It was even estimated that it was going to be $30. Output has increased from 73,000 barrels per day to 179,000 barrels per day. It's in the budget. And it's set to go up, to 200,000 barrels plus with Sankofa coming. And still the economy is reeling. The economy is reeling because of the investments that have gone, resources that have gone into consumption. And that is why the theme for this budget is investment. It's good that we are rediscovering investment. You spoke about jobs. The only way you create jobs is to invest in infrastructure, as we were doing. And it was said that you don't eat, infrastructure. How come we are not talking about infrastructure? How come we're talking about borrowing? The promise not to borrow, the promise to raise more taxes, and most of the resources are coming from the traditional, sources. Let me end by saying taxes have not been eliminated. The temporary taxes are still in place. They should have been phased out in 2017. The VAT, yes, they took out the VAT, 17%, on the sector of the economy that is growing, that is services. When you talk about expanding the tax base, you don't just expand it with, the woman by the roadside. You expand it by bringing sectors of the economy that are growing into the tax net. We cannot exclude services, which is the largest sector of GDP, from the tax base. And so you have to bring it. You can give all the concessions to services, to financial services, to all services, Okay. Yes, that has been taken. But the 17.5% is intact. it is what has been done to the VAT structure that is creating a problem. It has resulted in an increase. I am not saying it. Businesses are saying it by increasing prices. And some of them issue statements to that effect. Taxes have been increased. Apart from the retention of the taxes that should have gone, taxes have been increased. We know it. So my top marginal rate, even though I don't earn when I was in office, now I'm not earning any. So, you know, and for middle income and large and the others, it was 35. We pointed out that, you know, it was a regressive tax regime, you know, because we are not talking about the banks, those who are earning between 10 and 5%, who were also having to pay higher taxes.
But that has been revised. That has been revised.
It's been reduced to 30.
Yes.
Yeah, the manifesto said they will bring it down to 20. How come it's at 30? The top marginal rate. And by the way, the top marginal rate of the tax was fixed, you know, so that businesses, that is companies and individuals, will pay the same amount of top, you know, top marginal rate.
I guess
I'm saying that.
Forgive me, I need to move on now.
Yeah,
I know you come back to you.
We have the luxury taxes. You might ask for the luxury taxes on vehicles and others which have been imposed.
Yeah.
You know, so this government is not fulfilling its promises. It's doing the reverse of what it said it would do.
I'll ask Prof that question, but I'll come back to you on the energy situation because, to be fair, you were the power minister in 2016.
Yes.
Yes, so I'll come back to you on that particular situation. It's very important because it's talked about today.